Right, hello, hello, hello. How are we doing, folks? Welcome back to the Nightmare Cabin. I've got a box set to show you. This turned up in the post yesterday. This is Sabbat, Mad Gods and Englishmen. Arguably the greatest thrash metal band to come from these isles. It's a toss-up between Acid Rain and Onslaught and these guys, but, you know, I think these guys probably had the bigger influence on the bigger, you know. I think they're a thrash metal band, but I think they had a bit more of an influence on your black metal and death metal types. I mean, they certainly had an influence on Cradle of Filth. Yeah, really nice little box set, this. I'm really impressed with it. I do have the albums already. I'll compare them both in a minute. And if you're new to the channel, if this is your first time, if you want to know what I think about these albums in depth, there is a video link in the description when Chris from worshipmetal.com came on and we went through the Sabbat back catalogue. So go and have a watch of that if you haven't already. So yeah, these albums have been out of print, I suppose, for a little while. These are the ones I had originally. This is when they first were reissued. You got the two albums here. I think you get liner notes from Malcolm Dome, if I remember right. Yeah, but is it Malcolm Dome? I think Malcolm Dome does one. Yeah, Malcolm Dome does this one. I think Danny Filth does the other one. Because the band reformed for a little bit. Didn't get an album out of them, but we got a tour and all the rest of it. And I think they actually reformed, or the the ball got rolling. I think a couple of them ended up at a barbecue at Danny Filth's house, something like that, because obviously Andy Snip. No, Malcolm Dome does both of them. It's just Danny Filth is quoted on the sticker. Yeah, but yeah, so you got these two albums were reissued, and what you get as a bonus track for these is basically you get a gig in East Berlin, and the gig is split in half, so you get two halves of the gig spread over both CDs. So here we go. Yeah, you're getting a few good box sets come out recently. You had the Celtic Frost ones and someone else from Noise Records. So I think that catalogue is basically getting reissued bit by bit. So yeah, so you got the box there, contents on the side there, and then everything is in little digipacks. There's a vinyl edition of this as well that does look nice, but I don't know. Vinyl's getting a bit of an expensive habit, and yeah, maybe for the extra couple of quid I probably should have, but I weren't really that bothered, to be honest. And I've only got so much space here, so the vinyl is absolute, has to be a absolute favourite, basically. That's a real treat, sort of thing. But anyway, you get the idea. If you think this looks good and you want to check out the vinyl edition, then obviously go for the vinyl edition. So, right. So first and foremost, you get a poster, which we all love. I'm guessing the poster is going to be a hell of a lot bigger in the vinyl edition. This is the sticker that you get on the front. I always cut them off and keep them. Just a little thing of what you get. Right, get a nice little booklet here. Oh, so all your lyrics and whatnot are in there. I think you'll find Martin the singer, does some liner notes in here. If I don't quote me on that just yet. Right, this is all lyrics so far. I don't know why I thought of that then. I don't know who does this write up though. There's a little write up there. Probably Dom Lawson or someone like that, but it's not. There's no credit on it. Anyway, right, let's have a look at these. So this is like Digipack edition of the CD. And yeah, so nice little package there. Second album. I mean, both of these albums are essential. They are great albums. Argue amongst yourself which one's the better. Well, that's pretty cool. Did you get that on the second one? Let's have a look at this other edition I got. No, it's different. Yeah. Oh, look at that. I wonder where that artwork come from. The artwork on the CD there is that. I thought that was new. There you go. You learn something. Where is that in the booklet? I've got to find that now. No, it's not in here. No, never mind. Right, let's crack on with this, shall we? Yeah, so cool. I mean, it looks like they've done a lot with limited resources, sort of thing. It's a box set put together with digipacks. They come across a bit crap sometimes, but again, it's kept nice and simple. But everything's really well presented. I mean, that looks awesome. Now, this is the gig. Right, this is the thing. Right, so the gig that you get split in half on these two CDs is in full here. But this gig was filmed and used to be on video as the end of the beginning. And this is where this box set's worth getting. So most of you have already got this because you would have got them, like me. So, yeah, okay, cool. But that gig you really want as a video or as a film, this was on video. Now, this was, I mean, I've watched this a bunch of times on YouTube. That looks cool, doesn't it? And yeah, so you could get the video for a small fortune on eBay, and it was sort of, I looked at it a couple of times. I was like, yeah, I'm going to pay for it and get it, and then what? I've not got a video player. It's just going to sit on the shelf. Oh, look, I've got a Sabbat video. Go. Yeah, great. Well, you're going to watch it. I'm going to watch it on YouTube. Well, I might as well just watch it on YouTube then, better not. So I'm glad that this has finally come out on DVD. And I think that is the bonus. So, and that's pretty much this anyway. So, is it a different set? It might be, as I was speaking on another review. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. No, it's the same set. So, but anyway, yeah. So, if you are a Sabbat fan and you've already got some of this stuff already, and you think, well, what am I buying it for? This is the bonus stuff. You finally get this on DVD. Plus, this has never been released, certainly not officially. You get a BBC session. 3 songs recorded at BBC Studios. You get Cautionary Tale for Those Who Died and the 13th Discipline. And this sounds awesome. I did watch this. I didn't watch it all the way through. I just wanted to see how it looked on DVD because I've seen it a bunch of times on YouTube. It's not that spruced up, to be honest. It does look a bit cackly and a bit video-y. The YouTube video is basically a video, transferred onto YouTube. And yeah, it's sounds awesome, but we know it sounds good because the audio is available here. It looks like the video. It's not that, it's a bit rough around the edges, but it's good enough, It's not in 4K, but it's. I'm glad I actually have it. It is on YouTube, but it could be taken down at any time. I really like that artwork as well. So yeah, it's nice to have this finally. So, only thing that's missing is this. Come on, lads. You could have fucking done it. You could have just done a digipack and stuck it in there. It's a bit like with Celtic Frost's Cold Lake. The more they bury it and dismiss it, the bigger the album comes. I don't mind this album actually. I know it's not this, and yet if this had a different name, everyone would hold it in a much higher regard. And it's not so much the fans. It's Andy Sneap himself seems to shit on this more than anyone else. But anyway. That has been out of print for ages, and many people have spent a fortune trying to get hold of it. And if you've gone through this much effort, mind you, maybe it's a different record label, so I will benefit of the doubt there. But that getting a reissue at some point would be cool. So, the verdict. If you are new to Sabbat and you want to check them out and you want to, then definitely, this is essential. Definitely get it. This is really good. Really nicely presented. I'm sure it all sounds brilliant. I've not listened to these albums, to be honest, because I haven't really needed to, but I'm sure they sound fine. I really get bored when people go, oh no, this edition and this mix and this master is, yeah, whatever. I'm sure they sound great and they look really good in a little digipacks. You get all your lyrics and info in the booklet. So yeah, you got 2 essential British thrash albums. You get the live album, which is a bonus track on those editions anyway. You just don't get the Malcolm Dome write-ups that you would have got here. And you get like some magazine cutouts and posters and flyers and all that good stuff in there as well. But yeah, you get the gig that's been unavailable for ages finally on DVD. And it is a really good gig as well. Plus you get the audio. Plus you get a BBC session that's... I can't believe they've sat on this all this time. I mean, it must be available on as a bootleg or something somewhere. But this is the first official release of it. So, yeah, I think it's a really good box set. Really good value. Definitely worth getting. I'm a bit gutted I didn't get the vinyl one, really. Actually, the more I think of it. For what I spent, I might as well just spent an extra tenner and got them on vinyl since I got them on CD anyway. But there you go. Yeah. Right, so if you're new to Sabbat, if you want to check them out, then yeah, this is a essential one-stop shop. Can't go wrong with it. If you've already got the CDs like me, well, is it worth getting again for this? I'm glad I've got it. Like I say, I'm glad to have that DVD finally, and the BBC session's really good. And yeah, if you don't mind getting multiple editions like I do, then yeah, I reckon pick it up. Depends how much you want that gig really, because the gig is available on YouTube. But yeah, you get a bit more stuff like that in this edition. So, but that's what I'm here for. I'm here for. I take the plunge, so you don't have to. You do watch these videos and decide what for yourself if you want to get them or not. So, hopefully that's helpful. I've got a couple of retrospectives coming up soon. Got a couple of guests as well. You'll see things always go a bit quiet for a while on this channel, and all of a sudden, boom, load of content thrown at you. So stick with me, and I'm gonna try and get one retrospective done next week, and then I'm away for a week, and then I'll come back and we'll hit the ground running as usual. So hope you're all doing well. If you've got this far, give us one of them. If you're new to the channel, have a look around, watch a few more, subscribe if you feel like it, and yeah, if this is your first video, welcome aboard. And if you want to hear in-depth reviews of the albums, check out the link below with my video with Chris from worshipmetal.com. See you all soon. Take care. Cheers.